Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. What's up, everybody? It is the So Mixed Up Podcast. And we back again with another one, episode, I believe, 70, because, I be keeping up with this.
I think 71.
71. What's up, everybody? We know we haven't talked to you in quite a while, but our lives have been hectic and busy. That's a lie. That's not really a lie. It has been busy. I mean, our lives are always busy. But I mean, we could have squeezed some pods in there, but we've been
lazy.
Yeah, facts, B. So yeah, we're coming at you now.
It's not gonna be a very long pod. It's not gonna be all the bells and whistles.
Yeah, we're just kind of gonna give you guys a little update and let you guys know that we are alive and kicking. Because yes, it has been quite a while. So yeah, we just want to touch base with you guys, let you guys know what's going on, and yeah, just let you know that we're still amongst the living.
Yes.
Yeah. So what's been going on with you?
Well, I always gotta go first. You go first.
All right, I go first because we left you guys off on a cliffhanger last time.
Did we?
Yeah, because I was going to Vegas and then we just never came back.
We did.
So yeah, I did go to Vegas and it was fun. Went for what?
He left me.
4 days, something like that.
Left me for 4 days. He partied. Now this dude has been partying a lot lately, y'all. He went to Vegas, and then the week after he went family reunion. Boy, been partying.
I did have a family reunion, which ended up not being terrible. It was pretty good. I enjoyed myself.
While his poor wife was just struggling at work, just working.
No one told her to go to work. So, if
I don't go to work, the bills don't get paid.
So yeah.
Am I wrong or am I wrong?
So yeah, I did go to Vegas. It was good. I had a good time. It's always good to just not have to go to work for a few days, honestly. Like, even if I stayed in town or something, like, just to not have to go to work for like 4 or 5 days, it's like awesome. But I did have a good time. Went for my friend's birthday. I got there 2 days before he did. Yeah, I got there Wednesday. I got there Wednesday. He got there Friday. So I just chilled. Wednesday I didn't do nothing. Once I got to the hotel, I just stayed in the hotel for the rest of the day. Thursday I ventured out and walked up and down the strip and saw what Vegas was about. And then Friday met up with my friend. We went out and ate and walked the strip a little more. Saturday we had brunch, did like some shopping on the strip. Went to Top and then played some cards. And then I came home. So yeah, I had a good time. It was a chill, low key Vegas trip. It wasn't like, I think you need to go out there with like 5 G's to like have a fun Vegas trip. So it was low key. Like, I didn't see like any shows or clubs or nothing like that. Just really just chilled. And then the week after was my family reunion, which ended up being pretty cool. Didn't want to go, but I went. And like I said, it wasn't bad. I had a pretty good time. Saturday was the main event. We did the boat ride. I thought the boat ride was really cool. Yeah. And then I've just been working ever since then. Well, actually, because the weekend of the family reunion, I called off because I had to go to the family reunion and I could only PTO 1 weekend a year. And I used that weekend for Vegas. So I had to call off that weekend. So then I ended up having to work, what was it? Like 10 days straight, 9 days, 10 days
Pretty
straight,
much.
Something like that. And that wore me the hell out. So this is actually my first weekend off in like a month. So, because I had to work, I had to work back-to-back weekends. So yeah, I guess not a month. A while though. Because the family reunion, which I called off on, was my last weekend off. And that was the middle of July, something like that. So yeah, this is my first weekend off in a while. So I guess we have just really been busy and tired and shit. So yeah, it felt good to have 2 days off because I had 1 day off, which was one of them Thursdays. I think. I don't know. like I said, I worked so many days in a row. I got confused. Like, am I off this weekend? Do I work this weekend? Next weekend? I don't know. So yeah, but other than that, that's pretty much it. We do have a vacation coming up in 2 weeks. We're gonna go back to North Carolina like we did last year. Looking forward to that. Again, just having some days to not have to go to work is great. But yeah, we don't really have anything super duper planned to go when we're there. Just pretty much what we did last year because it was nice last year. We just chilled and went hiking and just some real, woodsy, outdoorsy, just chilling vibes. So, yeah, looking forward to going back there this year. I mean, that's pretty much it as far as what's coming up on the horizon for me. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. We're trying to plan a trip for October. We took some days off. We want to find somewhere to go. That's not too far. Pretty not local, but in quick driving distance, like a couple hours maybe. Somewhere outdoorsy, woodsy, fall type vibes. I don't know why I said it like that. Fall.
I was like, letting you have it.
But yeah, we're gonna do some like fall type vibes for that trip. So hopefully we can find somewhere cool to go. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This thing was kind of loose. I'm like, something don't feel right. There we go. I'm like, it looks a little weird. But yeah, so what's going on with you?
Nothing really. Just work. Work, and more work. Was I? We didn't. I think the last time we did a pod, I was not on light duty. I think, right?
I don't remember.
Me neither. Anyways, I was on light duty for like 2 weeks.
I think you were.
I don't think I was.
Yeah, because I mean, our last pod, yeah, it was a while ago, but it was only like a month ago. Because I remember that Friday, I think when I was in Vegas, you were supposed to have your doctor's appointment to determine if you can go back to work or not. And I think they kept you on for like another week or so. So I feel like you were.
I feel like I got injured. I want to say I want to say I got injured on like a weekend, and I don't think we pod. But anyways, I was on light duty for 2 weeks. Got injured at work. That was fun. Well, like it wasn't fun that I got injured, but that was a thrill. I got injured my right shoulder, right rib cage, and then right wrist. My wrist was the one that took a little bit longer to heal. They were worried about if it was to continue to hurt. They were going to do an X-ray because they I guess there's a bone in there that's easily broken if you fall, like the way it can snap. So I guess the way that it was hurting, like on the inside, they were kind of worried about it. So they said that if it continued to hurt, they were gonna do an X-ray, but luckily it kind of stopped hurting. But I think that as I get older, I might have arthritis in there, which is gonna suck for me as I get older. But there's that. What else happened? Oh yeah, I went to the doctor. I have a thyroid condition, so that's fun. On this new medication that I'm taking, I don't know what it's doing. I don't know if it's doing anything, but I'm taking it every day. So we'll find out in 2 months if it has done anything for me. What else? More work. And I think that's it, right? Yes. I mean, I've just been working. The next week and a half, I'm going to be working a lot. I'm going to only have 1 day off this week, and then I'm going to be working the rest of the week, which is going to suck for me, but it's all right. But that's pretty much it for me. Any updates? No. Injured. Covered. What else? Medication. I think that's it. Yeah.
Look how tan she is, y'all.
I'm not tan. I'm just red.
Tan. It's tan. That's how you are people tan.
True. Today, what did we do today? Today, I went to see my brother play ultimate frisbee. I didn't join this year just because I wasn't able to commit to I don't know. when every time I played, like growing up, like my brother was like, "You just need to commit to the day. Like just commit to the day that we were gonna play and just commit." So I felt really bad not being able to commit to it because I wouldn't be able to like play a lot of games, and I didn't want to like pay. Honestly, I didn't want to pay the money if I wasn't really gonna be able to play and like contribute to the team. So I didn't sign up, but it was like fun watching them play. Um, just like kind of like motivated me to be like, I wish I would have played. Just watching them play and like seeing them score, and they made it to the finals, which was cool. They got second place. They got swamped by the first seed. They beat them like 13-5. But it was cool seeing them play. So this is this tan that I got going on. I was out there out on the field with them. I brought them Gatorades and waters and grapes and Cheez-Its. You know,
Being supportive for the team.
I was. I felt like I was like the water mom.
Water sucks, cereal.
And then we went to hang out. I went to hang out with I actually went to drop off my mom because my mom she rode with my sister-in-law. And then my sister-in-law took the kids because they were all complaining that they were hot and they were ready to go. So she took the kids. And my mom was like, well, I'll stay with Maggie because Maggie wants to like continue to watch the game. So I was like watching the game with them. And then took my mom home. But then I like held Sylvia, which is my youngest niece. And she was like, I just held her for like a couple seconds. And then she fell asleep on me. And I was like, well, I'm stuck here for a while. Because her mom wanted to go swimming. Like everybody came after Ultimate. They went to go to my sister-in-law's house because they'll have a pool and whatnot. So they were swimming and everybody came over and she was like attending the guests. So I was like, I'll just hold the baby while she goes swims and hangs out with the guest. So that's what I did. Shit, which is like.
So then I texted her. I was like, hey, where you at? Because she was like, she invited me to go, but I was like, I don't want to get up that early.
Yeah, I did invite them. But it was just going to be. Like,
yeah,
super
but then
early.
she was like, it's going to be from 9 to 12. I'm like, okay, cool. So, I went shopping, had dinner, started to get ready or whatever. It was like 3 o'clock. I'm just like, hey, where you at? You want me to come meet you? And then she didn't text me back.
I was holding the baby.
So then I called her. She didn't answer.
I answered. I told him.
So then I called her again.
No. Here's the thing. I need to get a new Apple Watch because the Apple Watch I have is like the number 3. I think now they're at 7 or whatever. So sometimes I don't get text. It won't alert me when I have a text message. So it didn't alert me. But then I saw that you called me, and I was like, "Mom, get my phone. Josh was calling me." So my mom's like, "Okay, where's it at?" I'm like, "It's in the kitchen on the table." So of course my mom, she's like, "Running, I'm coming. And then she didn't pick up the phone. And I was like, why didn't you pick up the phone? She goes, well, I don't want to pick up the phone. He thinks it's me. Thinks it's you. I'm like, Mom, we don't have the same voice. She's like, well, maybe we do. And he'll be like, hey, baby.
Would you pick up the phone and go, hola, ¿cómo está? I'll be like, babe?
Yeah. So she didn't pick up the phone. And then you called me right away. And I was like, I picked up the phone because I had Sylvia. And then she was like legit, like dead sleep, snoring on me. I was like, aw. So I couldn't move.
Just like her tia. So yeah, so then I went out there and we played some card games and chilled for a couple hours. And then we came back home.
Yeah.
So I could finish dinner and enjoy the fleeting moments of this remaining Sunday before going back to work because this weekend was faster than the blink of an eye.
Well, we didn't do anything yesterday. We just chilled. I cooked yesterday.
Yeah, but it's fast. It's over.
Yeah, but...
Sucks. And then I go back to work for 4 days. Well, I'm off Thursday, so 3 days. Then be on for 4. Oh, 3 again.
And then you're off
Yeah,
Monday.
then off Monday. Oh, I just worked Tuesday that week?
Yeah.
Stupid. I should have PTO Tuesday. I don't be thinking about stuff like that. That's what I be doing. You think about the days that you actually need off and you don't think about like the time before that. So now it's like I'm off Monday, go to work Tuesday.
To be honest, we don't have time to think. I don't have time to think about my schedule because my schedule, like, I'll input it into the computer on Chronos. I'll input we have our like sheet that we have, and then we like send it off. We give it to the manager. Then the manager always changes my schedule. So whatever I put on, it always gets mixed up. So for some reason, last week I only worked Monday, where I worked Sunday, Monday, and then I worked Friday. So I was off 3 days in a row. But then this week that's coming up, she has me working like hella days. And I'm like, I'm not about to make up days because you didn't not give me another day last week to make it even. So you're making me work 5 days in a row because you didn't know how to schedule it. So that's why I'm like, I'm annoyed because it's like I'm working 3 days in a row, then I'm off, then I work 5 days in a row. And I'm like, yo, that's ridiculous. Like, I shouldn't, especially in the job that I'm in, the field that I'm in the job that I do, working 5 days in a row, I'm going to be completely a bitch. I'm going to be a bitch. I even told my coworkers, look, y'all better be prepared because I'm going to be a bitch at work. These kids better watch they mouth. I'm coming for them. Just kidding.
No, she dead serious. She be hitting them kids. I be feeling bad for them kids.
I don't hit the kids. Don't say that. No.
Nah, you be hitting them.
No. But yeah, what I was trying to say before I went to a tangent is that like we just think about the days to be off, but we don't really think about their actual like work day because I feel like it changes. So like you don't have time to be like, oh, I should have PTO Tuesday because then I would have been off like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Like it would have been off the whole week. Who thinks about that? You just think about my days off.
I be trying to think about it, but obviously I don't be thinking about it because I only work Tuesday that week. That's silly. But yeah, can't wait. You excited or anticipating Beach Mountain?
I guess, yeah.
Get away from that job for 6 days. Wait, 6 days? 5 days. 6 days.
5.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 6 days.
Oh yeah, I guess 6 days.
6 days.
I mean, I think I technically PTO'd to be off like 8 days. But then I took some of those PTO days off because I was like, oh no, I'll just come back to work. Yeah, I think I went a little crazy. I think I went from like Wednesday to like Thursday. I'll be back on Thursday to work. I was like, nah.
Should they cover it?
I could have, but
but that's cool. Say some days for October.
I mean, my PTO does build up, but like right now, I don't think I'm gonna have enough for this.
Yeah.
For this trip anyway. So.
But let's talk about October, just because we both can't wait. Just in general.
Oh.
Because we just love October. Well, first we got Hocus Pocus 2 coming out October 1st, right? Or September 30th or whatever the fuck the last 30th, day of the month is.
In October, so I know like pumpkin spice season, it should be popping up like the end of this month. It'll be like pumpkin spice season. But I refuse to have a pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks until October 1st. Because it's like, it's so early. It's still hot in Ohio. It's still like summertime. Like it's not fall. It's not giving me fall vibes. So I always wait. October 1st is when I get my first pumpkin spice latte. And we're off that weekend anyways. And Hocus Pocus 2 comes out that Friday. So I'm like, look, Saturday we'll get a pumpkin spice drink.
Yeah, I think it's stupid that they bring the pumpkin spice stuff out so early. They should bring it out later, but keep it longer. Like you don't need to start switching over to peppermint shit until like December 1st. But they switch over to peppermint shit like right after fucking Halloween. It's like,
yeah,
no, Thanksgiving is still very fallish. Pumpkin pie, all of that shit, like it's still very fallish. Like,
they do.
But it's like they start that shit like August 30th or September 1st or some shit. It's like, bro, it's still summertime. Like it's still 90 degrees outside. Like, this isn't fall.
Yeah.
Like
I would let Starbucks have it if it was like mid-September. Like, okay.
Yeah.
That's like fall starts to come.
Or they could even start it on like the official day fall starts, like September 21st. Like they could do it then, but August 31st or so, whatever, is just like ridiculous. Yeah. It's like, all right, that's too early. And then they switch over to like peppermint immediately. And it's like, can we get pumpkin for a little while longer, please? Like at least do halfway through November. Like,
but I also need to get like, I need to get like into like Halloween decorations and stuff like ASAP because apparently
shit sells out quick these days.
Huh?
I said shit sells out quick these days.
Apparently, Dollar Tree already has a bunch of section of Halloween stuff, and I'm like,
I believe it. I think they probably do it that way mostly because, well, not mostly because, but there's just no other holiday until Halloween, so it's like they might as well get a jump on it early. I mean, I get it as far as a marketing, not Starbucks, not the drink shit. Like, no, do that in fall.
Yeah.
But as far as like buying decorations and shit, I can see you doing that a little early. Especially because there's no other holiday after, like, I mean, you got Labor Day, but no one really gives a shit. Like, no one does anything for Labor Day. They might cook out. They're supposed to be like the last cookout of the year, which is fine, but you don't really decorate for it. It's not like 4th of July. You could buy 4th of July decorations and shit, but so after 4th of July, there's really no major like holiday where you buy actual themed
Back to
stuff.
school, man.
Yeah, facts, but yeah, that's
Because
like
I
the
feel
next
like,
holiday.
okay, literally, I feel like 4th of July hits, you have cookout, summer stuff, whatever. And then literally, like, it'll be like July, like right after the 4th of July, they're starting doing back to school stuff. You're like, yo, it's still summertime. Like, why can't we do
school be going in earlier and earlier every year? Like, I think Nate was telling me that her kids go back like August 11th or whatever the fuck. Like, I'm like, damn, like they go back to school in like a week? Like, that's ridiculous.
I mean, I remember when I was in college, like,
Fuck, I could bring up my calendar.
when I was in college, like, I think we started like the last week in August, so like the 22nd, I think it would be like UC's starts back to school. But I feel like some kids they're going back to school like the 11th, 12th, like they have.
Like, I remember back in the day, aging myself. Like, I feel like when I first started school, we used to not go back until after Labor Day, so it was like September 5th or some shit. Then it started getting back, and it was like August 20 something, and 28th or 26th, 25th. And then it was like, I think by the time I was a senior, it was like school started back like August 17th or something. I'm like, it's earlier and earlier every year. It's like, damn, y'all cutting in our summer. Like, that's like, you get, let's say the last day of school is like May 28th or May 20th or some shit. It's like June, July. So you get maybe 2.5 months before it's like you're back in school. It's like,
but
geez.
I was gonna say, like, they start school so early, but then they keep school until like almost June.
They don't cut it off earlier. It's like, no, we started earlier and earlier, but like you're still in school until like the end of May. And it's like, all right, well, shit. So I'm like, yeah, August 11th. It's like next Thursday, like this Thursday coming up. It's like back in school already. It's like, that's nuts to me. So yeah, I could see it like after 4th of July. It's like, you only got about a month before school's back in, so back to school shopping.
But then also it's like, I feel like, why does school start at like on a Thursday? It's always on a Thursday. So school starts on a Thursday.
I heard someone say some shit like it's to get the kids, which I don't know if I believed it or not, but to get the kids kind of reacclimated or whatever. So it's like you're not going for the whole week. It's good. All right, 2 days, just to kind of get you back into the flow of things, and then we start Monday for a whole week. So it's not like you're getting a whole week, because then kids, I don't know, they don't want to pay attention for a whole week or whatever. So they get you like 2 days, then the weekend, and then. But I do think it's stupid. Like, why are we starting school on Thursday? We go 2 days and now it's the weekend already.
Yeah, but I do remember when I was in school for college, like they would like the first like day, it would be like get to know your professor. So you go over the syllabus. You don't really do much work. But then like the next day that you have to go to class, why are professors out here like, all right, so the first chapter you should have read. Hold up. Like, I'm not about to read a whole chapter.
They want you to already have some of the curriculum down before you come in. Like, no, you knew what the book was. Listen, that Friday, you better have had the first chapter read already.
Yeah.
Like, you should have had this book already. Like, you get your reading assignments early, so it's like, hey, you should have had your book by now. You should have had all of this information. Had that first chapter read.
But see, like there was like some professors that I had that were like, they gave us the whole week. Like the whole week was like, all right, let me see if you can find the book. Cause like sometimes like we would wait. Like I know I would wait a few times. I would had to wait for my school loans to get paid, and whatever extra money I would kind of like use it for books. Cause books be hella expensive. Like I don't know why they want us to pay like $300. I remember I had to pay like $200 and something for a Spanish book that I was going to take one semester, and they wanted me to buy it because I couldn't rent it because you had to buy like some access code to do the online activities.
That is a topic of discussion. Like, why are?
Sorry, yeah, I'll tell her we're gonna make a short pod, but I was like, we might have to make this one a little longer.
Because why are textbooks so expensive? Like, I have to do some research. I'll do some research on that myself, but I'm just like, why are textbooks so expensive? Like, I get their learning curriculum, whatever, but it's like a regular book is like $20. Like a regular like fucking reading book is like $20. Like, I bought this Stephen King shit down here. It was like, how many books was in there? Like 5 or 6 books in there. It was like $40. Like, why is a textbook $300?
Look, I know, like for certain, I know like language classes, like they had like their like online homework that you have to have like an access code to like enter it, and like if you bought the book, you got the online thing, whatever. But like sometimes a lot of people would just rent the book, and then but they still have to pay $100 just to get the access code. And I'm like, so at that point, I'm like, you might as well pay for the book and the thing. And they're like, oh, we'll do a bundle and make it like, we'll make it cheaper if you do a bundle. But like at the same time, it wasn't really cheap, because I remember I paid like almost $20 and some for that Spanish book, and every time it would piss me off, because every time I would have to buy like an expensive ass book, it would be like I wouldn't get paid until like the following week. And I'm like, I don't have money. And then like these professors like, oh, you have to have the textbook right away. Why don't you have the textbook? Because we have assignments due. And like, I'm like, give us the week to get the textbooks. Like, and then what also pisses me off is like if it's a class that's not like super popular, they would only have like a certain amount of books for that class. And if everybody bought them, then like you're kind of shit out of luck. And then you have to go like online trying to figure out if Amazon has it, and then like trying to figure out where else can you find it, put the book on hold, and then you're just waiting more and more. I remember some people were like, yo, I'm literally waiting for this book to be delivered. And I had one professor who was like, she seemed like really bitchy, and she was just be like, whoa, you guys should have been responsible. Like, this is college, this is not like high school. Like, you should be responsible for your textbooks. And then when like multiple people came up to her and like, your textbook that you want us to get is sold out. And she was like, how is it sold out? Like, I ordered a bunch of copies. I'm like, well, I don't know where your copies are at, but they're sold out. So you need to figure out how. And then she like did like her own investigation. And then the next day we had class, she was just like, I do want to apologize. Like, I do know that this book is like on back order and blah blah blah. I'm like, exactly. So like, quit yelling at us about us not getting the book. Like, they would be like so petty sometimes. Like, they'd be like, oh, well, you're responsible. This is college. This is not high school. You're responsible. Blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, but who wants to pay like $30 or $40 or $100 for a textbook that we're only going to use for like half of a semester? And then what also pisses me off too is that like the school would be like, oh, we'll buy your textbooks. But they would only buy it if it was going to be used. Like if that class was popular.
They knew it was going to be used next year.
Yeah. Or like the next semester, they would only buy it off of you, but it had to be in like semi-good condition. I'm like if the book was like kind of bent, they wouldn't take it. I'm like, bro, like I just spent it for like, why do you want me to spend? There used to be days I'd be like so irritated, and that's what frustrated me the most and like stressed me out like the first week of classes was finding these textbooks, because I would like register for my classes like way in advance. So I'm like, all right, I know what I'm gonna take classes and whatever. But then like the professors never put what their textbook was supposed to be about. So we're sitting here like, okay, waiting. Then like 2 weeks before class is about to start, I'm like, professor still has not put what the textbook is gonna be. And I'm like, all right. Then you go to class in the first semester, like, well, this is the textbook. I'm like, why can't we find it? Like, why didn't you put it down in your system? Like, this is the textbook we need so I can like buy it ahead of time. Like, oh no. But then I had some really cool professors that were just like, you know what? Like, I'm not gonna make you guys spend money for a textbook. Like, I'll put these things online. Like, it just be like whatever I need you to do. Here's this. Like I said, I had some shitty professors.
If you're always asking, where next?
I've also had some like really. I also had like some really cool professors that would just be like, I'm not gonna have you spend money on this textbook. Or I had a professor that would like literally send us like an Amazon link, and she's like, buy this book. It's like $6. Like, this is the only book you're gonna read. Go ahead and buy it. But I would say Amazon was my friend for a hot second. Like my last like 2 years of college, Amazon was my best friend. So I would do like this like Amazon like rental, and you can just rent it for like, I think it was like $20, whatever. And the book normally costs like 100 something, and I would just rent it for like $20, and then like I would get it, but then I would get the money back if like once I returned the book. And they paid for like your shipping and labels and everything. Like you can just like put in a box, print out the labels, and then ship it off, and you were good to go. I was like, sweet. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you find anything, babe?
A couple things, but nothing.
What'd they say?
One was like because of the widely popular used books, so they up the prices because so they can get a profit off of it or whatever. Or but yeah, that's why and then they come out with new editions every 2-3 years, where they just basically reorder the chapters. They said, and page numbers don't match up.
Exactly.
Or,
my God.
Stupid stuff like that.
That would irritate me so much because there'll be like professors that like say they want textbooks, right? And then you find one and it's like, okay, I find it. But like, no, I need the 5th edition. And you're like, dude, the 4th edition is like probably the same crap. And it's like cheaper for me to rent it than me to rent the new 5th edition book. And they were like, some professors would be like, no, I want the 5th edition. For what? If it's the same textbook and a few words change, what does it matter? Like, I'm learning the same shit that you're telling me. Like, no, we need the 5th edition.
Yeah. It's stupid. I think they should just come up with a system to be like, they use the same book every year, and the class like just hands out the books. Now, if you don't turn it in, then you just get charged for that book, like on your tuition or something like that. But I don't know.
I mean, I was like, there's a part of me like when I was like, maybe I'll become a teacher and whatever, and then I was like, I would literally buy the copies of the book. I mean, yes, it'll probably be really expensive, but I'm pretty sure I would get like some type of teacher discount. I would buy the copies of the book, hand out the copies like, hey, this is the book, but I needed it back. And if you'd never returned it, I would just fail you. Mm-hmm. I mean, simple as that.
I just buy one and just copy the pages and then just fucking staple them, bind them or whatever, and just give it to the kids. Like,
yeah. I mean, I feel like
chapter
you
by
just
chapter or some shit every day. Every class you get the next chapter or whatever. But
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think it's like, well, we're wasting paper. I'm like, yeah, but you're also wasting the kids' money that has to go get this book, and if they can't find the one that you want them to find, I don't know.
Stupidity at its finest.
But then it's also like when COVID hit, I feel like it was a huge adjustment for professors that like their class had to be like in person. So I had the Spanish professor, and she was like, I don't know what to do because I teach like in person stuff. I've never seen anything online. And then she semi like passed a lot of people because she was like, she's like, I couldn't grade. I don't know how to do like online stuff. And I'm like, well, it sucks for you.
Thanks for the yay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We went on a rant about school. I don't know. I feel like they're just scamming kids for no reason. And then you wonder why.
Scammers.
My favorite one, though, I had this one professor, and she was like, she was like, well, she said something about, well, if you're going to come to my class and fall asleep, then there's no point. Like, you're wasting your time. And she's like, you're wasting my time. And she was like really rude about it. And then I think somebody was like, had told her like, well, aren't we wasting our time because we're the ones that paying for this?
Like, you're gonna be here regardless.
Yeah, she's like, you're still gonna be teaching the class, but we're the ones wasting our time and our money and our energy. So why are you getting mad if we show up or not? And then like the professor got mad. And she was like, because I have to show up to work and teach you guys this stuff, and if you're gonna come into class late, then that's so disrespectful. And I was just like, a part of me in my head, I was like, all right, I'll give you the disrespectful that you're coming into class late. I'll give you that because you're already in your mode. You're already in your like teaching whatever. And if you're in, you're talking about a chapter and they come in late and they're being loud and disrespectful, I get that point. But for you to get mad because they didn't show up, like all you're gonna do is put an F on their grade. Like, hey, I'm gonna fail you because they're gonna have to either retain the class or you're gonna be like, all right, peace out. Like, and she's like, well, there's a lot of people that want to sign up for my class. I'm like, you're not that likable.
Oh, right.
I'm sorry.
Bullshit.
Like, I'm like, you're not that likable. Like, I heard, like, there was this, like, rate my professor, like, website that you can, like, literally type in, like, your professor's name, and then it would tell you, like there's a bunch of people that would rate them, like a bunch of students that took the class or whatever, and they would rate your professor and be like, this professor was good, or like, no, she really sucks, she's evil, she does this, whatever, whatever. And I would like type in my professor's names on them, and I would like base it off like, not, I wouldn't believe them like fully, but I would just like see like an overall, like, okay, what's the overall thing? And some were like, they hit them right on, like, okay, this professor's an asshole. And then some were like, they said they were an asshole, but then when I had their class, they were super nice. And I'm like, all right, I don't know what y'all were talking about, but it seemed nice. But yes, if you ever, want to, my college students, if y'all want to go hit the rate my professor, I think it's like, wait, rate my, not rate, rate my professor.
Don't do that, guys.
No, ratemyprofessor.com. I think that's what the website is. I can't even talk. Website is, and then you can like type in your professor's name and then like the college that you're going to. So
that's pretty dope, actually.
Yeah, found that out during school. I was like, all right, let's see what this professor's about. So yeah, will you have any tricks for them, babe, for going back to school? I feel like this podcast became going back to school.
Nah, I hate school, but if it's for you, do your best.
Yeah, my brother didn't like school. I mean, I wouldn't say like I loved school, but I also didn't really hate it. Like I was like in between. There was like some classes I was cool about it, and then there was like some classes I would stress the hell out. It's just me. I stress out a lot for no reason sometimes. No looks. No looks.
You don't say.
And other than that, we're out of here, guys.
But yeah, that's pretty much it, right? I don't think I hit anything else. Thank you for coming back and listening to our comeback special.
All 5 of y'all that listen to us, thank you. Appreciate you.
Hey, we love
Bill,
y'all. 5 people.
Richie, my momish, Lydia. I think that's it.
Thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. We love you, Wisconsin. All right, y'all.
All right, yep.
we out.